exchanger, and the flames go all the way through, and they go out the exhaust pipe. Okay? So all of the air, when you turn on your unit, gets blown in between these chambers and then into the house, and that's how you get your heat. So radiates it right off this hot chamber. The chamber glows. So when they take the two pieces of metal, so you can see that they overlap, and so they loop it through, and that's how they squeeze the metal together to make it seal. So on the one side you've got the eyelet, like this, and on the other side, but when they squeeze that metal down, what they do is they thin the metal. You see how this one looks nice and intact? No cracks, no holes, no breaches, nothing like that. The down here on the bottom one, where it's closest to the flame and it's getting hot, you see the split? Yep.
That's very minor though, right?
The problem is it's kind of like being sort of pregnant, right? It's just a little bit of problem.
Or like a windshield crack.
Yeah, so what happens is every time you use it, the metal gets hot and it expands and contracts, expands and contracts.
So there's a bleeding of the flame into the house.
The flame could, I mean, guys, you're looking at it the same as me, right?
Yeah.
The chances of something bad happening, very slim, right? I mean, but the problem is if something were to break on the unit, and you have a cracked heat exchanger, nobody can, it would be like going into Les Schwab and saying, hey, I've got a nail in my tire, can you fix my tire? And they go, yeah, no problem. Oh wait, the cords are showing on this tire, I can't fix it. Because it could hurt somebody, there's a potential. And so that's where we're at with it. And so this is kind of like if you had the bubble in your tire, right, and you're driving down the road and say, well, I'll just wait till it blows out. Or we can be proactive and say, hey, you know, this is a problem.
So what's the fix for this?
Well, generally you can get replacement heat exchangers, which you see is the kind of transmission of the unit, replacement heat exchangers, but it's going to be age dependent, right? As if they still make them, because the furnaces have changed a lot over the years. And so being able to find the guts, the specific to this unit, not likely. But the cost of heat exchanger replacement is where the big bucks are at. It's kind of expensive to try and change the transmission in an old car. And so generally when you find a breach or a crack in a heat exchanger, it kind of puts people to a decision of how much is a new furnace. I know, right? Well, you're trying to remodel and get everything done and get the house fixed up, but in this state with a crack in the heat exchanger, knowing what you know, it's not rentable. Because it could be unsafe. If someone were to get hurt, it would ultimately fall back on you guys. But again, the chances of that happening,
slim.
but it's not going to get better, right? Eventually, what will happen is I checked them. They haven't fallen. None of them have fallen out. But these eyelets will just fall out, and then they'll be laying in the bottom of the unit.
Oh, you've seen that before?
Oh yeah.
That's
and
what
so when the
happens,
chamber gets hot, the metal expands, and that crack continues to grow.
Until it pops out.
Yep, until it pops out. And so that hole, I mean, that little crack that you see, maybe not on these yet, but it'll go up to a 1/4 inch wide while furnace is running because the metal is just expanding when it gets hot.
So right now we see it as small because it's very minute right now.
I know.
Because it's cold. I can barely see anything.
Yeah, it's just a line. But if it were running and getting hot, you would see it would open, and it would create that separation.
So,
but you can see this one, you know, is intact. But there's just been a lot of moisture. Steve can show you inside the unit. It's gotten plugged up with dirt over time, and
we just never
caused it to get hot.
think about cleaning it up and none of that, so.
So anyway, I just wanted you guys to no guessing games, right? I just wanted you to be clear on what we're seeing. And then we're here for you guys. So you tell us what you want to do and we'll make it happen. But as far as if it wasn't working today, we couldn't fix it.
Got it,
But it's working right now, so
So we'll
put it back.
We can put it back together for you. But you guys got to think about what you'd like to do. And
absolutely.
What I'd also like is an estimate. First of all, can you even find it? Let's assume I don't know if you can or can't.
Sure.
And how much, if you can.
Do you know how much a heat exchanger is?
4,200.
And how about the
last one I just did?
$1,000 more than that, maybe less.
So we're about, it's a lot.
The labor to change out a furnace is as much labor as it is to run those units. But I didn't want you guys to be unsure.
Okay, got it.
Right? So when I pulled this today for you, I want you to know what we're at and what's
Okay.
going on.
Yeah.
Then go ahead and put it back, make sure it's functioning again, but I would like an estimate to replace
The furnace. Yeah.
And then you want to show them that coil.
Yeah, we gotta clean that guy at least 12 when we do the furnace, because if you just take a peek up inside, so over time as you run the air conditioner, all the air has to get through that coil,
Oh, wow.
right? And so it's like a radiator in your car. That coil gets 44 degrees when you run your air conditioner,
Right.
and so as that gets plugged up with dirt, especially when you run heat now, right now the heat's got to get through there,
Right.
so it backs
Can
up.
it be cleaned or?
Yeah, once you
Well,
get the furnace all out, we can try and clean that. I
Okay.
mean, guys, I know where
That's
you're
not
at.
part of the furnace, right? Oh,
It's part of the air conditioner.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd the AC outside look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want you guys to, pay out the nose for a bunch of stuff to get done on it. I want it just to be safe and
Yeah.
get you guys down the road and whatever you want to do. So.
Yeah, I mean, the AC obviously can wait because I'm not gonna be using it right now, but, the furnace, no, I mean, for right now, we need that thing up and running. And then, like I said, give me an estimate to replace it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
How long, if we were to move forward with replacing it, how quickly
This
can we?
week.
Oh, you could do it this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be replacing the entire unit or
Yeah, the entire unit, right?
Yeah.
This whole thing.
this whole thing?
So you come in, take that whole thing out,
Yep.
clean that, obviously, right?
It's gotta get done.
Put the new one in.
Yep.
Okay.
Permits, right? Because you're gonna rent. You gotta have permits.
Right.
That's including the smoke detectors in bedrooms if you don't already have them,
Oh,
and
I have them.
you already got those done.
Yeah,
It's called a carbon monoxide detector, of
Yeah.
course.
I
Okay.
got that. already.
Filter
Yeah.
rack. That doesn't have one.
Yeah, so we'd lift the new furnace up and put a door underneath it where it makes it easy for tenants to change filter because we don't want it to get like that.
No.
The new furnaces are a lot more efficient than the old furnaces, so you got to kind of maintain them.
Okay.
How do your prices compare to other companies for
You know-
replacement?
Prices are all over the place. So if you go to like Bell Brothers, you're gonna find prices at $8,000 to change out a furnace.
Mhm.
I'm not looking to do that. I know what you guys are trying to do here, and you're trying to rent the house, and the more money you have to sink into it now, the less profitability it is on the rental. So
Right.
that's why I'm not saying, hey, we should do the air conditioner also.
Mhm.
So that's probably going to come at you at some point, though, right? Just because it's old AC. But no, I'll get you guys a killer deal to get it done and get it out of your hair. We need an install this week too,
Mhm.
so it would work out for both of us if we could figure out an agreement. What's comfortable for you to get it done. So
What kind of warranty would it come?
10 years,
10-year warranty?
Yeah.
It's what brand? Are we talking?
American Standard.
American, oh, that's good then.
Yeah, number one, 11 out of the last 13 years.
Okay, so the American Standard furnace with a 10-year warranty.
Yep.
And then, like I said, give me the best deal you can, and if we can
Yeah.
move forward with it, I'll.
Okay. Yeah, let me work on that real quick. I'll make a couple phone calls. What's the tonnage?
This one's a. What's the square footage here? Do you know?
Do you know? Shoot, I don't know off the top of my head.
So this one's
It's
a
a 3-bedroom.
60,000, so it's a 3-ton.
It's 3 ton.
Yeah.
So I may even work out a deal to buy that heat exchanger from you because we do a lot of training at the office, and so if I could have that heat exchanger to train with,
Okay,
that would be beneficial to us.
Mhm.
okay.
So we'll work something out there. Let me go make a couple quick phone calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hold off on this for a second, Steve. I'll
Okay.
make a couple calls.
See back here, what do you got?
Oh, you guys want to check for a sec?
Yeah.
So I'll have Steve pull this out for me.
We'll go inside. too.
Okay, where's some light?
Yeah, we'll get some light.
Oh, no way. Here's the heat exchanger. See, I lost the heat exchanger.
Oh.
Heat exchanger replacement. That's for the firebox. 4263. If you're a maintenance customer, 3623.
Okay.
So I went and grabbed my price book for furnaces only. I don't think we want to look at them. So I called the boss. If we can have the heat exchanger, I'll replace the whole furnace for $4,500.
So you'll take that and you'll replace the whole thing for $4,500?
Yeah, but it has to be cash.
I'll pay you with a check, okay?
Can you do?
You want
can you do
literally
cash?
cash?
Yeah,
cash or,
There's a box,
I mean,
yeah.
or a credit card, we can do that. Or does
Credit
that-
card cost us 3%,
Okay.
so I'm trying to get the price down absolutely bottom end so I can get as low as possible.
Well, cash, you still need to give me an invoice.
Of course, yeah, of course.
And the warranty paperwork and all that
Of
stuff.
course, I'll fill it all out for you.
So you just want check or cash, right? Or you don't want
You
check?
you can do a check, it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah. Cash, right, goes to the boss,
right.
where a check goes to Big Mountain Heating and Air Conditioning. Right, so that's
That's different.
yes.
So you prefer cash?
Well,
Yeah.
the boss kind of wanted, for that type of pricing, to get down that low, he kind of wanted cash. But at the same time, if I could install it tomorrow, because I don't have the installation tomorrow on the schedule.
Okay. Oh, you don't?
No.
So you got
That's
to.
why he's willing to, that's why he's going there. It's because it's more important to us to have the guys in a home doing something than sitting.
But that, so 45 is the best you could do?
Yeah. But that, what you asked earlier,
Sure.
I'll show you. Bronze, 30 ton, 80% furnace, 82.96.
Wow.
Furnace only.
That's
It's
Yeah.
expensive.
Ridiculous. Well, that's just the name of the game. I've got about 12% in there for financing, so that would bring it down to mid sevens.
7,500.
Yeah, something like that. And that would be middle of winter type pricing, right? So we can wiggle a little bit from that, but this is a little bit different circumstance. And I need an install for tomorrow, and you guys kind of need to get something done.
So you would come in tomorrow. See, we both work tomorrow. Who could let him in?
You can come in.
Will you come in?
At what time would you be here?
Between 8 and 9. I do have to go pick up the furnace in the morning from the distributor. We don't have it, so it'd probably be closer at 9.
Okay. One of two things. I can either leave the keys at my parents' house.
Is it across the street?
Yeah,
Okay.
at the corner. And, or I can come in tomorrow and, take care of it. Yeah, while you guys are working here, then I can,
Well, or do you want to give them the keys and or do that now?
We'll be at the office at 7 in the morning if you want.
We have the radio.
Oh, we have radio Tuesday. We won't be at
I can
the
swing by there.
Yeah, we can swing by and drop them off for you
Yeah.
guys in the morning if you want to do that. Or if you want to see them from the neighbor,
Well, no, we'll see, we're out of town, maybe for the neighbors
Yeah.
there, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
get it from your parents.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're,
They're right across the corner. He knows already right across. Yeah.
okay.
So, okay.
Let me fill out a whole proposal so you can see everything in writing and make sure you're good with everything
Okay.
before we,
Yeah,
and I'll call Maggie and I'll have her hold tomorrow for us. I don't know that anything else is going to happen, but I'll hold tomorrow and we'll make it happen for tomorrow if that works out for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it'll be just a heating furnace, right?
It'll be a brand new furnace with the filter rack underneath it, and then Steve and I are going to clean that coil tonight
okay.
so that that's ready to go for the boys tomorrow.
Okay, so
Yeah.
about how much longer do you have here
For tonight.
for tonight?
45 minutes? 30 minutes? How long can you clean an hour?
I can clean it while you're filling out paperwork.
Okay, so maybe 30 minutes?
Okay.
Is that okay?
30,
That's
45
fine,
minutes.
yeah.
Okay. We're not going to put it back together tonight.
No,
and,
yeah,
and
there's no need.
that's what
And-
my husband was saying,
It
you know,
makes no
let's
sense to
not.
put it back.
Okay.
So, I mean, that was part of that whole deal. If we're gonna get a good deal, there's no reason.
And I'll waive the 55, was it $55
Yeah.
today? I'll waive that too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything out the door, whether it's cash or check,
4,500, yeah.
Okay.
I'll see, and then you need that, just a matter of getting the action for you. I'll have to go to the bank tomorrow and get it or whatever. I can be here tomorrow afternoon, not a problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
So if I don't know what time the furnace only change out, maybe, I don't know, 5 hours or something like that,
Yeah.
6 hours.
If you want, you can let him in, and then you guys call me. Just give me a half hour, notice not to be here.
Okay, so,
'Cause
or,
I'll work nearby. I just in the morning will try that.
or I can give you the keys. I'll trust you guys. Would that be okay?
Whatever, just do it.
Yeah. I mean, then you guys, pretty much come and make sure that, of course, you're only gonna have access to this or that, right?
Yes.
And then make sure that, of course, everything is locked.
Will you show us real quick?
Yeah, sure.
The locks, so that we're familiar.
We gotta let the boys know
No,
because
you
she
why
said.
don't you do the paperwork first and then we'll do the
Yeah,
keys.
yeah, yeah,
Do all the
You can show
paperwork.
Steve. I'll get the paper. I'll get the
Will
card.
you be coming tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll give them the keys. The
Go
installation.
over it with them.
Yeah, I'll go over with them.
Oh, that's,
We're going to need this.
Yeah, it's. Did you know how old this was? This unit?
Probably in the 60s, 60s, 50s, no, 60 something, 70, 60, 70.
That's when it was installed. Yeah.
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 So all this is going to be removed, right?
So this is gonna come out, and then we're gonna clean this.
So
I'm gonna clean this.
what?
This is the air conditioner, part of the air conditioner. Yeah. So this is gonna come out, and then I'm gonna clean the coil out.
So the air conditioner,
Mm-hmm.
if we were to replace in a few years the air conditioner,
Yeah.
how would that come all together?
So what we would do is we would take this out. This
Upper portion.
Yep, this would come out. Yep.
Okay.
And then
And
we'd
that's
put,
staying in
and
this
we'd put
room.
it. Yep. And then we'd put a new one. But your closet's big enough so where we don't have to pull the furnace to get a new coil in there.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
they're,
that's not a problem then? Okay.
so
No,
they're
it would-
independent, pretty much
Yep.
independent.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we would just get a match for the furnace, a matching coil for it. We'd measure it and then get a matching coil for it.
Okay.
So tomorrow you guys think it's gonna be like a 5-hour job, give or take?
Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
5, 6
Because
hours.
to me, I'm looking at my schedule tomorrow. I'm tied up in the morning, but then between about 11 to 3-ish, I'm wide
That'll
open.
be perfect.
So somewhere in there?
That'll be
I'll
perfect.
give you my number and then call me or
Yeah.
Then
call
he can
me
come and
and
get
then
the
I can
keys.
come and get the keys, check it out, everything,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
That'll be nice for your tenants too to be able to change the filter because that's really hard.
Well, I think
way it
we
would-
got it. We got it a little bigger than it was supposed to be. Yeah.
Is that filter the one that goes over here or not?
No,
Or is that
it's
the-
under.
It was so that this one you had to take all the doors off to get it in there.
Okay.
This new one it'll have a little door. You just
Now, can we
Wouldn't-
sell that metal?
Well, they're taking it, right?
Are they taking everything?
That's fine.
What do they want?
oh if they could
That
sell
was-
the metal.
Whatever they want.
Yeah, whatever.
No, no. Can that be sold? That metal?
I know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just sheet
I don't.
metal,
I don't
so-
know how much you're gonna
No,
get for
like
it.
all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
You can try.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah,
you
the
guys.
separation of the two of the, you might, I don't even know where you would take it. The motor's got a bunch of copper inside the little motors, but separating it, I don't think if it's not separated, you can't get
Yeah,
much for it.
yeah,
It really
that's-
needs to be.
So we'll give it. If you give us a better deal, we'll let you take it too, right?
We're gonna haul it off and get rid of
Come
it.
on.
Yeah. we're gonna pay somebody to come pick it up.
You're just gonna do this thing for traffic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna go right
Well,
on the table.
aren't you gonna use